What's going on, everybody? Diehlornodiehl here, and today I am playing some Battlefield 3. And before I move into this, I just want to mention that I got my PVR to work again. It's working. I can record in M2TS and all that, make the videos look nice. I'll do a separate commentary on that later, but I just want to thank Drifter, because Drifter was the one who helped me out. But I'll talk more about that later. Right now, I really want to get into Battlefield 3. And what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to give you kind of like my first impressions, but kind of like review it at the same time. I'm going to look at like all the different aspects of it and kind of judge the beta overall and see, is it good and what should we expect from the real game. So without further ado, let's jump right into this. Oh, but wait. Sorry. I'm probably going to separate this into like 3 parts or something, because Battlefield games last for so long. Or I might even skip some sections because some are boring than others. I'll see what I end up doing. It's just, I can't post a half-hour long video. I know I usually don't have the time to watch a half-hour long video, and I know other people don't either, so separating it would be easier. So now we can jump right in. And the first thing that we look at here when we join this game is the graphics. Now, you gotta admit, these graphics are pretty sexy. There's a lot of detail put into the maps. I mean, if you look at the trees, they sway with the wind. You look at water, there's like the rippling effects, and like it goes with the wind as well. You got a lot of shadowing, very vibrant colors. A lot of details put into this, and it's very nice. It shows off. It's a great example of what they've been doing with their work. I like it a lot, because not a whole lot of FPS games put this much detail into their games. In fact, not a whole lot of FPS games have graphics like this. Though graphics don't represent everything, you do got to applaud DICE, because this is very beautiful. Now, the next thing that we notice is character movement. And I gotta say, it feels better than Bad Company 2. It's slightly tighter controls. My character feels more responsive. I don't feel like I'm a giant tank running around. It feels nice. Granted, they're not the tightest controls. I do gotta give that to Call of Duty, because they've just mastered that. But this is definitely the best feeling Battlefield that I've played, even though I've only played Bad Company 2. But it's nice. I mean, I feel like I can actually run around and do some work, whereas in Bad Company 2, just I'm not comfortable with me just charging in and getting kills. Also with character movement, you can now kind of like jump over cover, as you'll see, and you'll see like my feet come up. That's cool because it's realistic, but at the same time, it kind of messes it up a little bit, because if I'm on top of like a rock and I go to like jump, I'll like do that jump over, like that hurdle, but I'll still be on the rock, and it just slows me down. I don't really get far, and sometimes it just doesn't work. Like sometimes I'll be in front of a fence and then I can't just like hurdle over it. It's really weird. So it's kind of glitchy in that sense. I think they need to fix it, but it's not bad. I guess it's realistic, and I guess it's what this game is going for. The other thing that I want to mention with character movement is prone. You can go prone in this game. And I like prone because by just squatting or crouching in Bad Company 2, you really couldn't take too much cover. But prone allows you to take cover really well, and your survivability will last longer. Survivability. No, you'll survive longer. Yeah, I do like it. And I kind of like the animation when you're down, because like your gun's on your side and you're using one hand to kind of crawl forward. Realistic, and I do like that. And in terms of drop shotting, drop shotting really isn't possible in this game because of the animation you do when you go prone. However, you will see me drop shot one guy. I think he was just so surprised that I kind of dropped down that I just got the edge on that gunfight. And what I'm doing here is I'm just reviving all the dead allies, because one, we need it because we're the attacking force and we need all the tickets we can get. And two, I really like playing medic. I really like playing that support, and you get the most points by doing so. So you'll see me oftentimes heal and revive. I do get a good amount of kills, though. In terms of an actual KD, this game was pretty well. For me, anyways. This is my best Bad Company Battlefield 3 game so far. So yeah, the next thing I want to mention is the map. Again. Excuse me. And what I mean by this is like the transitions. Alright, so we caught the first 2 objectives, and now we're moving into the second phase of the map. Now, we move from that outdoor, very vibrant-looking scenery, very, like, nice, and now we're moving to, like, this dark cave, which ends up being, like, a subway. And what a transition. I love it. And then the third part of the game, which you'll see later on, it's like a town. Almost like a city. And it's so, like, awesome because it almost... Oh, little problem here. I can't sprint. The game will not allow me to sprint for some reason. Probably a glitch, but I'll cover that in a minute. But the game transitions the map so well, it almost feels like you're playing a different map each time. And I really like that because it keeps the action going. If you were playing the same map the entire half hour this game is, I mean, I would have been bored. But the fact that it changes so much, I really appreciate what they did here. And if all maps are designed like that, it's going to keep a lot of people's interest. So yeah, the next thing I want to talk about now is just the medic, because the medic's the only class I've actually played so far. Yeah, there was the drop shot I was talking about. In terms of the medic, one thing they did, which I don't understand, it kind of screwed me up at first. It's not a fault, but they switched the health pack and the defibrillator buttons. It used to be right for health pack, left for defibrillator, and then they just swapped them. Kind of screws me up a little bit. Not a big deal, but whatever. So anyways, with the health pack, I feel like the radius of which you can heal is much greater than that of Bad Company 2. Or probably its equivalent if you had that specialization to increase its health range. I do like that. It makes healing a lot better. Plus, since they made the assault class, the medic class, a lot of people are playing medic. Unfortunately, I kind of like using the LMGs, so it kind of screws me up. I don't know if you can unlock any LMGs for the assault. I think they're in the support, which is like the ammo loadout one. Which is a little disappointing, but whatever. The assault rifles aren't bad. So now what I'd like to discuss is the glitches in this game. I do know it's just a beta, but it is kind of glitchy. Now, the first thing I notice is once in a while my game will freeze. If you notice pauses throughout this video where like nothing happens for a couple seconds, that's not my TV, it's not my system, not my recorder, it's the game. And I find that a little strange, and I wonder if that happens to everyone, because to freeze during an online game is just not a good thing. Another glitch, which I slightly mentioned before, is that I can't sprint sometimes. When I hurdle over something, and then all of a sudden I can't sprint for like 5 to 10 seconds, that really hurts gameplay, because sprinting is really important. There's also glitches where like my reload animation won't happen, though my clip will reload. So I mean, I guess it's not the worst thing in the world, but still, that is another glitch. You know, glitches where you fall through the maps, or you can really crawl underneath the map, and just oftentimes I find when I'm standing still, my character will be moving up and down as if he's like shaking because like he can't find a solid place to stand. It's just that happens a lot throughout the maps, and the argument is that it's such a big map and such a huge game that they're not going to fix everything. But my sort of thought process behind that sort of thing is, if you're going to go big and all out, then you better make sure it's completely awesome, because, you know, it is a big map. It looks good. But if it plays like shit, you've only done half the job. There's not too much, though. None of it's really game ruining. So I really can't say it's bad. Though I don't like this because the beta, the full game comes out in less than a month now, and there's a lot of glitches and a lot of problems. If they don't fix it in time, which they don't have a whole lot of time to work with, then, you know, I don't know how the full game's gonna play. But that's just one little worry out of the whole thing, because I gotta say, overall, this is a really awesome game. And I'm really excited for it. I think I'm actually going to pick it up. Whether or not I'll actually make videos for it, I'm not sure. Because the games last so long. And to be honest, I'm not the greatest Battlefield player. So, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. And in terms of making more beta videos, unless the other map that PC has releases on this game for consoles, I don't know if I will, because so many other people are providing gameplay right now. And it's the same map over and over and over, so I don't really feel like I should. Plus, there's just other videos I'd like to make right now since I got my PVR working again. But, yeah, I'm getting a little sidetracked here. Overall, I feel like this is a really good game. I am very excited for... Oh, look at this right here. That guy could be revived, but it just wouldn't let me. I guess it's more of a glitch. This is a very good beta. and I'm very excited for the real game. I think I'm going to pick it up, whereas before I wasn't. So, it did its job. It turned me over. I do want this now. I'm just a little worried about all the little glitches and problems they need to fix. I wonder if they have enough time to put attention in all of those. That right there, notice how I kind of skipped? That actually was my PBR. And my next commentary will explain everything PBR related. But anyways, oh, excuse me, I have a bad cough right now. We're moving into the last section of the game. However, I really don't have too much else to say. The last part is kind of boring too. I'll show a little bit, but then I'll kind of clip it, so that way I'll just show you the final end result, because I honestly don't get too many kills in the last section, and I just die most of the time. So, this is about wrapping up my little first impression / review of the Battlefield 3 beta. It's a good beta. If you haven't tried it, definitely try it. It's around for, I think, 2 or 3 weeks. So, a lot of time to play. I know I'm going to be logging in a lot of hours. And as I said, I probably won't be making too many more videos of this, just because, well, there's just more things for me to do right now. So, yeah, if you guys want to play with me on the beta, by all means, let me know, because this game really needs teamwork. And to play with randoms, fortunately, this is the only game I had where, like, the teammates were actually playing the objective, but all the others, they'd be back outside in the very beginning while I was down here trying to cap objectives. So, if anyone is ever interested in playing this, absolutely, without a doubt, you know, we'll play together, we'll work together, and it'll be awesome. So yeah, that's about it for this gameplay, guys. My final score, I'll just end up showing you towards the end. I don't remember the exact score, but it was my best Battlefield 3 score so far, because this is not my first game. So anyways, thank you guys for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. I appreciate it, because I know it's such a long video. I'm not really sure what time I'm at now, so depending, I might not even separate this. But anyways, I appreciate your time, guys. It really means a lot to me. And since my PBR is working again, do expect more content. And today's my day off when I'm recording this, so I'll be recording a lot of stuff. I have a lot of ideas. I got a lot of video games to play, so I'm going to get to work on that. So anyways, thank you for taking the time out of your day. Please rate and comment, and have a good one.